It's currently 11:30 at night on a Thursday. I've gotten all my radio prep done for the weekend. I had to catch up on a couple of things in my day job. I got all my preparation done for the weekend. I'd even played a couple of games of Madden. And then this news dropped. And I knew I had to get my thoughts out straight away. So, let's talk about it. So Brett Ratten is no longer going to be the coach of the St Kilda Football Club as per the findings of an internal review led by the St Kilda Football Club and Jeff Walsh. Now, amongst those involved, the former North Melbourne coach David Noble, who, of course, was at North around the same time that Jeff Walsh was. So that's interesting. But I'm not here for conspiracy theories. I am here for my theories. And I've got a couple. But first, let's just have a chat about Rats for a second. So he's 33 and 33. For those not that great at math, that would be a 50% win rate. Now, normally on paper, for a guy who's in his third year, he's coached 66 games, of course, with the COVID interrupted year and a little bit in 2019. Let's just call it 3 seasons. Being 50-50, I mean, it's not great, but it's not maybe sack-worthy so far. We saw Brad Scott, of course, 10 years at pretty much 50-50, but he did take a pretty bad North Melbourne team into 2 preliminary finals. And if you think I'm being a little harsh, just go and Google that 2015 preliminary final side and tell me if you think that's prelim final worthy. But anyway, back to Ratten. This St Kilda list is deplorable, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. But on the surface, I can kind of understand the decision making. Now, the optics of it don't look great. The fact that he signed an extension only a few months ago. But in terms of this guy's second go, he's only at 50%. We're no closer to a flag than we were when he started. Is it the right time to move him on? On that basis, I can understand it. On every other basis, St Kilda are the epitome of going nowhere. North and West Coast are bottoming out, but at least you can kind of understand where they're going. North topping up, wanting to start from the midfield and branch their way out. Now, I don't think that's the right way to go, but I can understand their plan. West Coast, they won the flag in 2018. They kind of went middle, top up, and now it's just bottomed out completely, and the local talent in the draft coming up is going to hopefully help them in a couple of years' time. In a post Nick Natanui, Luke Shuey, Elliot Yeo, Tim Kelly kind of time for the Eagles, so I can understand that. Again, it wasn't the right way to do it in hindsight, but I can understand it. Who can understand what's going on at St Kilda at the moment? Their list in and of itself. Rowan Marshall for me is an A-grader. Jack Steele is an A-grader. Max King is going to get there. And that's about it. You've got your A-graders, B-graders, C-graders. If you want to go to like D-graders, I don't think anyone that makes the AFL is really a D-grader. You can have guys that don't quite make it, but they're already 100,000 times better than me at the sport anyway, so I'm not going to come on camera and go, this guy's crap, this guy's crap, this guy's crap. But there are no bigger list of players in the AFL that we are no clearer on where they sit in the ABC system than St Kilda. North, yes, we are going to have to find out. Eagles, we're on an exploration mission. For the Saints, their youth's actually okay. They had the best draft class last year. Nazaya Wanganeen-Millera is going to be a classy wingman for a very, very long time. Saints fans, obviously, are going to hope that that's at Moorabbin. He looked really good. Machito Owens looked not great in his first game, but hey, it's his first game for crying out loud. When he got back into the side, he looked pretty good. Marcus Windhager, my God, that kid can play. And yes, Max King is going to be good as well. Great even. He's already good. And hopefully he's going to break into the great elite, proper A-grade, one of the best hauls in the league. It's not about them. It's the other guys. Where is Jack Billings, Jade Gresham, the rest of Brad Hill's career, Zach Jones, all of these guys, where are they at in terms of the St Kilda nucleus? How many guys can we confidently say can win multiple finals in a St Kilda jumper? There's not many. Jack Sinclair, absolute lock, and I like him. The addition of Zane Cordy's kind of gone under the radar. I do like that defensive depth. He's not going to play on the number one forward like he had to do at the Bulldogs on a couple of occasions. That's always going to go to Dougal Howard, and I believe by bringing Cordy in, they're going to turn Josh Battle essentially into St Kilda's James Sicily. An ability to lock down guys in the air, Sicily could do that, and like Sicily, Battle could get caught out a little bit on the lead, although per 10 contests, Josh Battle was number one in the league for winning percentage. So he's doing a lot right. I don't think he can be a centre-half back, but he's doing good things. Paddy Ryder is gone, and there are guys in their forward line, in their defence. There are too many guys that are fringe 22 players who are too old to be fringe 22 players. Now, is that a list management problem? 100%. Brett Ratten is the scapegoat. It's as simple as that. Rightly or wrongly, I don't think Brett Ratten was going to lead St Kilda to a premiership. So again, on that basis, I can understand that he mightn't be the man for the job. But my question is, are more going to go? Please tell me this review is going to turf out their list management team. Their recruiting team, perfect. They're going beautifully at the moment. And their first round pick this year probably isn't going to be Jed Buslinger now because they got Cordy. So they're probably going to go after a young midfielder. Again, fantastic. Or do they take Matt Jefferson? I'm a big fan of taking Jefferson if I was St Kilda. But no matter what they do, bringing in, again, maybe 3 more youngsters, they're going to gamble on those youngsters more than these other guys. They didn't do anything during the trade period. What did they do? They rocked up at the trade period, got some free donuts, some free pizza, a couple of coffees, an interview, all that, and then went home. If you're a St Kilda fan right now, and I know a couple of them, and I'm hopefully exuding the frustration that they feel, they're going nowhere. If you could pick the club that is furthest from the flag, list-wise, it's not St Kilda. Football club-wise, if it wasn't for a particular Alistair Clarkson scandal, it probably is them. This is a really low moment. And what they can't do is get to the end of next year and have kids want to go. If Jack Billings, Jade Gresham, if these guys want to go, hey, I'm a Hawthorn supporter. These guys that aren't your standout best 22 gonna lead you to a flag. You're not getting much for them. Jade Gresham might get you a second round pick if he has a full healthy year. Jack Billings definitely isn't. Brad Hill isn't. Zach Jones isn't. Brad Crouch, I think, needs to stay in the St Kilda midfield. Him, Steele, and a pure outside player. Now, whether that becomes Hunter Clark, I'm not sure. I hope it is. I'm a big fan. When I heard that Hunter might be on the move, I really wanted Hawthorn to go after him because I think he can turn himself into something. But again, it's I think, I hope. We're still none the wiser. Nick Caulfield's going to come back into this team after an ACL. How is that going to go? It seems like James Sicily's return has automatically made us as football fans think, well, doing your ACL is not the end of the world. Forgetting that Sicily had the extra 6 months in the recovery stage to get himself right. He had the extra 6 months. Caulfield's probably not going to. So where are they at? Well, they're nowhere. And what they need to do is pick up the phone and I would say get Adam Uze in the door. The problem they've got is he can't clean the joint out. Who is going to want to take the St Kilda job knowing that your first year is going to be hell? It's going to have to take a tough character. I have joked with a couple of my St Kilda mates that they should get James Hird on the phone, but that's all in good jest. But if it's not Adam Uze, the answer needs to be someone who knows that the first year of their coaching career is going to be a train wreck. There are going to be ups, don't get me wrong. They could even go on a little bit of a run. This list is still going nowhere. The sugar hit is not going to last very long. And Brett Ratten's now been the scapegoat for 2 clubs. 2 clubs. It's not good enough. And I feel for the bloke. And I hope whatever happens next in his footballing journey or life journey, he gets a hell of a lot of happiness. Because I haven't met someone that's met him and said anything bad about him. What do you think footy fans. Whether you barrack for the Saints or not, comment below and let me know what you think. Again, the numbers say it mightn't be the worst choice. It can't be the only sacking. It really can't be. Under no circumstances can they think, well, it's job done. They're in a hole and they need to dig themselves out of it. Comment below, let me know, what is your harshest coach sacking of all time? For me, hard to go past Damien Drum in 2001, the Freo coach who was told by reporters on the news that he was sacked before Freo had a chat to him. Pretty poor form by the Dockers, but they're going okay 21 years later. It's pretty tired. I need to go to sleep. Plenty going on over the weekend. I've got plenty of videos coming. Be safe, guys. Be well. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, goodbye.